Hi, Susie Homesteader of the Rockies, and welcome to the Susie Homesteader channel. And yeah, you guessed it, it's Halloween, and today we're going to make a graveyard for your outside display on Halloween. So I'm going to give you a couple of fun little ideas to do. This whole project I did not really take me that long, but I did have to come up with some pretty crafty ideas. So besides my little cemetery archway, which you can see, I also built some fun little gates, which, you know, just some old materials or pickets that I found in my scrap pile, but real easy to do. And they don't have to be painted or stained because all this kind of fun stuff has to look old and weathered anyway. So if you have any kind of old barnwood or just anything old, lumber, scraps, you name it, that's the kind of stuff you want to use for your graveyard. So here's a really easy way to make gates. You don't even have to attach them. This is actually an old Costco tent frame pieces that I had sitting in the junk pile. So if you have any old posts or carport pieces laying around, this is a super easy way to make an archway. This is just all connected into a little, you know, a U shape. If you don't have any old poles sitting around or anything, you can make this out of just some 2x4s. So just go get some lumber, create some kind of a base that you could, a foot that you could kind of nail it into the ground or screw it into the ground somehow. And then up on the top here, this was just some old garden gate, decorative kind of a little gate thing that I had sitting in a junk pile. And just spray painted all of that black and added a little bit of extra lumber to the back of that just so I could hang some more stuff. And there is your cemetery archway. So there's a fun little project for you to get your cemetery started. And I think, well, yeah, you can add some solar lights, and I think I might have just bought those at like the dollar store or something just to add a little something extra. But, you know, old piece of plywood, just painted that, some old gates. You can steal some of your kids' old Halloween costume stuff if you have that sitting somewhere, and throw that into the project. But there is your fun little cemetery entrance. And then, of course, you have to have ghosts in your cemetery. And these are just some old sheets, or you can use pillowcases. And then finally, you're going to find something to do with all those old milk cartons that you never knew what to do with. So just go get some milk cartons, throw some sheets on there, maybe just sew it up along the back if you have to, just to keep them from falling off, and some permanent marker and just some kind of way to hang it up. So there's some easy ghosts for you. Any kind of a white material will work, pillowcases, you name it. And then, you know, get your skeletons out, wheelbarrows, anything that just looks old and spooky is another fun way to decorate your graveyard. And then one of my favorite things to do is to keep my dead trees. And of course every year I have my aspen borers or some kind of bark beetle that are trying to kill my trees. So believe it or not, I actually save all these old trees somewhere in my backyard so that I can put them all up during Halloween. So there's a fun way to finally use your dead trees and your milk cartons that you didn't know what to do with. And then, you know, you can do some other fun things in here. Make some little graveyard crosses. That's just the same kind of old fencing material that I had, or get some old 2x4s. There's that Costco tent parts again. This was just some piece to an old tent or carport that I had that I screwed those little boards into. So don't throw those out if any of your tents ever don't survive, or carports. So there's another little fun way to use that stuff. And then, of course, there's never a graveyard without a coffin. And I will actually have a video for you on how to build one of these easy plywood coffins. So it's a little tougher project than I thought, but I'll give you the dimensions and the materials list for you on my website, Susie Homesteader of the Rockies. But again, that's just nothing but a bunch of old scrap plywood that I had and some hinges. And of course, if you have any real chains laying around, you can always use those. Otherwise, you can buy fake chains in the dollar store and all kinds of little cheapy stores. You know, just some more little fun ideas with skeletons. And then glow-in-the-dark things that you can stick just about anywhere at night, which is always kind of fun. And there's some more dead trees. We got lots of dead trees to hang ghosts on. If you ever find any kind of flat rocks like this, or pieces of slate that you might have laying around, those are fun ways to make your own tombstones. So just go outside and start looking for things that you have laying around. You know, of course, go get that spider web stuff that they sell, you know, Walmart and that kind of stuff, and add that to your theme. This gate, I think I found at a thrift store, of course, my favorite place, and just kind of found enough panels of this gate to be able to just kind of throw this into our cemetery theme. So there's a couple ideas for you for your graveyard. You know, just get some old plywood, make some more signs, hang up whatever you can on some dead trees, and that's about it. You can come up with all kinds of fun ideas for your graveyard. Fog machines and special nighttime lighting is always fun. So that's about it. And then next we're going to go over to my witch's station, which I'll show you how to create on this next video. So we'll see you over there. Bye-bye. So let's get started. Subscribe to the Susie Homesteader channel, and we'll see you there. Bye-bye.